Hello and welcome to another session of Relationship Q&A. Thank you so much for coming. If this is your first time of coming to one of these sessions, thank you so much. Feel free to follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Everyday Matters One, and of course on youtube.com/Everyday Matters. But thank you so much for coming. And if you're a returning subscriber, a returning follower, thank you so much. I really, really do appreciate you for coming. Okay, so we do this live stream every Sunday at 5 p.m. UK time, and the purpose of this live stream is to empower you to be your best self, to build positive and better relationships, and to be the best version of yourself. Well, thank you so much for coming. I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much. So today's topic is a very interesting one. It was something that was sent to me by a friend. So someone sent me the topic, and because a lot of people were talking about it on Instagram, on Facebook, and all that. So I thought I'll bring it here so that we can actually talk about it. 2 seconds. So I thought I'll bring it here so we can talk about it as a family and as a community. And the topic for today is it wrong for a man to move into his wife for a man to move into his wife's house after marriage? So that's the topic. That's what we'll be talking about today. Okay, so I really like to know your opinion on it, just so we can crack on. And of course, your engagement is highly, highly appreciated on this live stream so that it's not just me talking throughout. Okay, but thank you also much to those that are already in the live stream. Holistic Well-Being with Deborah. Have you changed your name? Have you changed your name, Deborah? Thank you so much for coming. Healthy Living with Deborah. I think that's who it is. Healthy Living with Deborah. Thank you for coming. Elias Matters, thank you so much for coming. I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much. But how has everyone been? How has your week been? Let's start from there. Let's not jump straight into the topic. How has your week been? How are you? How are you doing? Holistic Wellness with Deborah. Hello. You changed your name exactly. How are you? How's your week been? Happy new month to you too. It's Sunday, it's a new week, it's a new month. So happy Sunday to you all. And I hope that the month of August will bring you an August blessing as well. Thank you so much. Inspirational by Marie, thank you so much for coming. How are you? I've not seen you. I've not seen you for such a long time. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much. Very final. Happy New Month. Thank you so much. Good, good, good. How is everyone doing? I'm hoping everyone is doing well. I'm hoping everyone is having an amazing, amazing week as well. Has had an amazing weekend. But thank you all so much. I appreciate every single one of you. Inspiration by Mary. When are you coming back to YouTube? I've missed you. But thank you all so much for coming back. Yeah, so you change your name, Holistic Well-Being with Deborah. Healthy Living with Deborah, Holistic Well-Being with Deborah. So I guess it's coming from the place of you being holistic in your channel, not just about healthy living. I don't know. I don't know, but it sounds good. It sounds good. But thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Okay, so we're just going to crack on. Okay, so the topic for today is it wrong for a man to move into his wife's house after marriage? Okay, and we've got 43 people saying no. We've got 43% of people saying no, 14 people saying yes, and 43% of people saying it doesn't matter. Okay, so whatever your opinion is, I'd like to know what the rationale behind your answer, if you don't mind. I've missed you too, host. Rachel, thank you for coming. I missed you. Honestly, I'm thinking like, oh, I hope Mary is okay. But I know I chatted with you and you said you were fine, so that's all right. Take as much time as you want, but know that your audience, people that love you, are missing you. Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. So we're just going to crack on. So what do you think? So where this story came from, so there's a lady called Toyin, can't pronounce the one, Toyin Lawani. and she's a celebrity stylist. She's an entrepreneur. She's very loaded. She has a lot of money, so she's rich in her own sense. And she got married to this guy called Segun Wealth, and Segun is not as wealthy as she is. So Segun is a photographer and also an entrepreneur, and a mask artist as well. So they got married a couple of weeks ago. And what happened is that he moved from his apartment and moved into the woman's apartment. JD and C, thank you for coming. So he moved from his apartment to the woman's apartment, and in his explanation, so he came on social media because everyone was talking about the story, like, oh, this guy has moved into his wife's apartment and all that and all that, coming from the African culture, whereby the woman would normally be the one that will move to the husband's apartment. So people were talking about it on social media, and thank you for sharing me out. Thank you so much. JJ and C, Elias Matters, thank you for sharing me out as well. So I don't know if anyone has heard the story, but so this man, a young man, moved from his apartment into um, uh, his wife's apartment, okay? And he came onto social media to try to defend his action. And he said the reason why he did that was because the woman in question, Toyin, refused to move into his apartment because she lives in a mansion and he lives in a 3-bed apartment. You pity that guy. So which means you're saying it's wrong. So we've already got one person saying that she doesn't buy the idea of him moving into the wife's apartment. Lady G, thank you for coming. So he moved into this wife's apartment because the wife has a big mansion and he lives in a 3-bedroom flat. And of course, the woman has got to a level you don't expect her to leave her apartment, a 3-bedroom, a mansion, and come and live with him in his 3-bedroom flat. Okay, so he was trying to defend himself that it's his decision, it's his marriage. People should put their nose where it belongs, you know. And I thought about it as when I said, okay, let's come and talk about it. Okay, and Deborah said that she pities the guy. Okay, just let us know, why would you pity this man for making that decision? After all, they're married. Okay, inspiration I voted for no. If it works for them, then it's okay. The lady knew his financial situation before they married him, and she must have been okay with it. Okay, so and that's a very good point there. So Marie is saying that she knew the situation of his finance. She knew his financial situation before she decided to get married to him. So she knew that he was not as wealthy as she is, but then she decided to get married to him. And he obviously knew that this woman has more money than me, and then decided to marry her anyway. Okay, thank you, Fitness, for sharing me out. I really do appreciate you. Thank you. So they both knew each other's financial situation and decided to go ahead and marry anyway. So if it works for them, that's fine. Okay, JJ saying, my opinion, I think it's wrong for a man to move in with a lady. To me, there is no big deal because two has become one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the link, okay, so that if anyone wants to come and share so copy that, share their opinion, why you think, post comment. So if anyone wants to come up and share their opinion, why they think it's wrong, or why they think it's okay, or why they think it doesn't matter. So Elias Matter is saying it doesn't really matter because they are now one. Okay, we can say that from a European point of view, but when it comes to African culture, we know that it's usually the woman that moves into the house, the husband's house, not the other way around. Okay, so if anyone wants to come up, JJ and C, I know you said no, you don't think it's a good idea. Who else said no? Healthy Living with Deborah said no. Okay, but if you want to come up and share your ideas as well, or if you just want to put it in the chat why you think it's not a good idea, okay, just put it in the chat, and then so that we can just know where you're coming from, really. In my opinion, I don't think it's right or wrong. I feel it really doesn't matter, just like Elias Matter says. But of course, we all different. We all have our own opinion about different issues. Okay, from an African point of view, I will come up briefly without. That's fine. That's fine. If you want to come up without turning your camera on, that's completely fine. Just click on the link and join us. Okay, so you can come up without turning your camera on. Okay, so we're speaking from an African cultural perspective. It's usually the woman that moves in. Okay, and there's so many reasons why we'd say, okay, it's wrong, for the man to move into the woman's apartment. Lady G said, for me, it doesn't matter as far as love and understanding is there. Right. Okay, so we can say I've got Elias. Okay. Add to stream. There you go.
Hi, can you hear me?
Thank you for coming up, Elias Matters. Thank you. I think this is like your first. I was actually thinking about you this morning. Like Elias has not been on my screen, but I'm happy to have you. Thank you so much for coming. Okay, so what's your take?
So now you have me. How are you all doing? I hope everyone is keeping safe. Happy first Sunday in the month of August. So my own contribution to the matter is
can you hear her? Because you're a bit low. I don't know if they can hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I've just increased my, maybe it's me.
Okay, so check if they type that they can hear me.
Can we all hear Elias? Can we hear Elias Matters? It's very bad for men to move. Okay, can we all hear Elias Matters? I think they can. If not, they'll be putting it in the chat. Just go on.
Okay, so my own contribution is that it doesn't matter. And like I said earlier, because the two has become one, so it doesn't really matter. And I think Inspiration with Mary said the same thing. So the guy must have known the lady he wants to get married to. So for instance, in Toyin's case now, Toyin is a well-known person in Nigeria. She has about 33 businesses. So the man was actually his photographer. I don't know if you read the story. So Toyin and the man used to work together, and then later, something happened. They both fell in love. So in that kind of situation, the man already knows that he's definitely going to move in, because I don't know, and it must have been something that they've agreed. Okay, and I know JJC was saying that a lot of people, even Healthy Living with Deborah, is saying that it's not good for the man. So now let's look at it. If we are in abroad, the story is going to change.
Yeah.
So assuming both of them, they are both based in abroad now, nobody will see anything big deal in it. They will look at it and say, oh, it's Europe, so it doesn't even matter. A man can move and live with a woman, it doesn't even matter. But then in Nigeria, it's because of the culture that we are coming from. But I just want us to look beyond the culture. Even the Bible has made us to understand that two has become one. So it has to be a mutual agreement thing. And even Toyin answered the question on Instagram. She said the guy still has his house, that the guy still has his apartment. So maybe they still go there once in a while. But to me, my own contribution is I don't feel that there's anything wrong in it. This is just my own perspective. I don't think there's anything wrong.
I didn't know that the guy was his photographer. Some people would argue that he is a gold digger.
Yeah, and that's what people are saying anyway.
That he's a gold digger for deciding to marry someone that's that high in class.
Yeah, and that's what people are saying, because there's a lot of thing around the case as well. The man was married before, has kids and all that. So there's a lot going on with that case. But with what we're talking about today is, to me, there's no big deal in it. And like I said, it's just my own opinion. So everybody has their own opinion. So it doesn't really matter, because two has become one. It's going to be a mutual agreement. You sit down and talk about it and say, okay, this is what I have. And okay, let's just look at it this way. Okay, I have my house. Okay, are you going to move in, or what's going to happen? Because then if you look at it, if people are saying that it's wrong, so does that mean that Toyin should now give up her own house?
Her own mansion.
Go and live her own mansion, because she should leave her own mansion and go and live in the apartment. So what's going to happen to the mansion that she has? So is she going to let it go? And when you look at it, the mansion is even much more comfortable for them, because she's
Yeah.
expecting her child. So, and Toyin is that kind of person that has a lot of people working under her. So in that kind of situation, they are definitely going to need a bigger house, not a smaller house. So to me, like I
Yeah.
said, I don't see there's any big deal in it. So it depends on the agreement. You sit down and talk about it. And I know people that are saying no. I know where they are coming from. Human being
Yeah.
will always be human being. They look at it
Yeah.
this way. Maybe they will have an argument, and the woman will just say straight to the guy, "Oh, yeah, pack your things and
Pack
go."
your load and go to your house.
Yeah. But,
And that's very possible, because we know what women could be like. So it's natural for a man to have a house and say, okay, you know what, you move in, but it's not natural. It's not, well, from the African perspective in Europe, it's different. From the African perspective, it's natural for a man to do that, but it's not natural for a man to move into a woman's house.
yeah.
Okay, because the woman can just wake up tomorrow and then say, okay, you know what, after all, it's my house.
Yeah. But now
But a
let's
man
also
won't
look
do
at
that
it this
because
way. Sorry to
it's
cut you short.
natural to him.
So just like what you said, it's the man house. So if they have an argument, so it means the man can kick the lady out, the wife out.
The man, that's the thing. The man won't normally do that because it comes natural to him. Like, okay, I'm the man, I'm the provider, I'm the protector of my family. So it comes
Okay.
natural to him. But for the woman, that's not. Sometimes women will assume that position, but it doesn't come natural to the woman.
Okay.
And that's where a lot of people are coming from, why they are saying, okay, I pity this man, I pity this man, I pity this man, because of the things that could come up along the line.
Yeah, that's just my own opinion. I'll step down anyway, so others
Yeah,
can
thank you
come
so much
and
for
share
coming
them.
up. And I agree with you completely. It really doesn't matter. But again, there are other things that are surrounding it that we also would look at why people are saying and they pity him. But thank you so much for coming up, Elias. I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much.
All right, bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I'm just going to read some comments and then welcome some people in. African You, thank you for coming. Joyous Joyce Uzoma, thank you for coming. Amaka's Healthy Kitchen, thank you for coming. I really appreciate you all. I'm going to read a few more comments. Okay, greetings to the house. Okay. Hello everyone. Thank you for coming. I absolutely agree with you, Elias. Okay, so that's from Lady G. God bless you all. People's opinion does not really matter. That's from A Talk with Richie. The link is there if you want to jump on the link and just come and express your opinion. Should that man also do that? Or yeah, pack and go. That happens as well. Good evening, African UTV. Happy Sunday. Okay, that's fine. So guys, if anyone wants to jump on the link and just come and tell me your opinion, okay, because it's easy for us to say, okay, it doesn't matter, a man and a woman come together, they become one. But in reality, will that actually work? In reality, would people, I mean, Rich is saying that people's opinion doesn't matter, but someone was saying that when you get married, you don't just marry. Marlon John say, thank you so much for coming. I'm owing you. I will visit you. Do not worry. When it comes to the family, how will the family see it? And we've got African You in the house. If you just want to tell us your opinion, do you think it's okay for a man to move into a woman's house? If you want to jump on the link as well, that would be great. Where's the link? Did I even wait? Let me see if I can share the link again. And this time I will have to pin it. Okay, let's have a look. If you want to jump on the link, African You TV, it would be great to have you on the screen because you are a man, so that you can tell us from a man's perspective. There's someone replace pin comment. Okay, A Talk with Richie. Okay, add to stream. Okay, Richie, what's your opinion, please?
Hi everyone. Good evening,
Hello.
all. So my opinion is that okay, when I say I'm on the opinion that there's no big deal. It's not a problem as long as they understand themselves, as long as they agree to it. It's not a big deal. And moreover, everyday matters. LES matters already said that the woman's mansion is more comfortable. Sorry for the noise. The woman's mansion is more comfortable, and but I'm looking at it from the other factors why people are saying, okay, um it doesn't really matter, because yes, as human we can change. Just as you said that it's natural that for a man to say this is my house, because it's inbuilt. You understand? For a man to say, "Hey, this is my house, I'm the head," and this, that. But when a woman says it, even if it's just because they are having argument and she said, "Excuse me, this is my house," even if she doesn't mean it, she just said it. But the man's confidence will be down.
Yeah.
It will just, as in, it will. That is one thing that will just destabilize the man instantly. Okay, imagine the situation where even a woman who is, they are living together, they are living in the man's house, but the woman, maybe situation turned and the woman had to be the breadwinner. You
Mm.
understand? You will still hear them come out and say, I'm the one buying this, I'm the one doing that, I'm the one
Because it's not natural to them.
yeah, because it's not natural. So when the woman is doing that, okay, now we are talking about food, though, just food. But
Mm.
this one is house that she built with her money. So people are coming from the fact that, okay, yeah, something might happen in the future. But I think that people should be coming down. For these people to sit down, discuss, as in execute it, meaning they've discussed it, they've talked
Yeah.
about these things, they've thought about the left, the right, they've thought about everything. If they don't want to show it, they won't show it.
Yeah.
They won't tell the world. After all, nobody will know. We have so many people who their wives earn more than them, but you won't even know.
No.
We have so many people who their husband is driving their cars, who their husband, they are living in their wife's house, but you won't know because they didn't tell you. And these are the reason why they don't speak out. You know, I personally, I personally know of a man who drives her husband's his
His
wife's
wife.
cars. Yeah, cars. If you see it, you will see the man change car, you will say, oh boy, you get money, oh. But we, the close ones, already know that is the wife, because he say it to the people that are close,
Yeah.
that, hey, if not because of my wife, who dash monkey banana? He will be saying it.
So in that
But
case, the man appreciates what the wife is doing for
yes,
him.
the man appreciates it, but he only tells people that we understand.
Hmm.
Because there are people that if he says outside now, if not because of my wife, they will just
Hmm.
condemn him.
Yeah.
They will be mocking, are you not ashamed of yourself? And stories like this will come
And,
up.
and and that's the thing, they keep it a secret between the two of
Yes.
them. Like, okay, we
Yes.
are
So I believe,
one. Whatever
mm-hmm,
you have is mine. We don't need to
yeah.
tell the world who is the breadwinner or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I wish which is a good thing, but some situations like these people now, it's
Mm-hmm.
not hidden, it's known, so it might be difficult in the future. But
Yes.
inspirational by Marie saying that she says wonder why people would pity him when he's the one that chose to marry her. So yes, it's
Exactly.
his decision, but at the end of the day, we're looking at the things that could come up along the line, because we know that when sometimes situations changes, what if the man becomes lazy? We're not saying that's going to happen. If the man becomes lazy and then the woman might get angry and say, okay, you know what, you're always sleeping. Or even if it's not lazy, she can say, okay, why you're not earning as much, or things could happen. Okay, so we
Yeah.
understand it from that perspective. Okay, but at the same time, he chose to marry her, so he will be able to bear the consequences. And
Mm-hmm.
JJ and C family just said there that she said they should build another house together, which I think is a good idea as well. Okay, this house,
Mm-hmm.
that's your house, or this one. So even if it's the woman that built the house, it would be as if, okay, we built it together. So that
Mm-hmm.
secret will remain with them, that okay, this is the house that it won't be as if, okay, I moved into my husband's house, my wife's house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but we completely understand where everyone is coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll read Healthy Living. I'll keep calling you Healthy Living. Healthy Living with Deborah says, as for me, it's a no-no in Niger. Tomorrow now, one spirit of pride will descend on her, and you will see wonders they should buy or build together. So healthy living is agreeing with JJ and C that they should have a house together, maybe a different house from the man's house or from the woman's house, somewhere different. So even though it's the woman that built it or bought it, it should be somewhere different from what they had. So that it won't be as if, okay, you moved into your wife's house.
Okay, I
Okay, and I
have a
think that's
question.
a good idea as well.
Yeah, I have a question. Let's take out Toyin now. Let's take out let's just take out everything concerning her. Let's put this thing now on a normal Nigeria home. Okay,
Yeah.
normal, not only Nigeria, normal home. Let's put it whereby the woman is not that rich, but the woman earn more than the man a little, or the
Yeah.
woman has her own house, which even if it's rent, but it's bigger than the husband's own. I don't know if you are getting me. Let's just remove
Yeah.
Toyin because she has money, she has businesses. Let's just put it on the normal. Will you not tell me when they don't have money to build, they are still on rent, but the woman's own is bigger than the man's own? What will now be in that situation? Should they still go and build one big house, or they should just manage that woman's own?
I mean, for every couple is unique and different. I was listening to someone and she said when she got married to her husband, the husband was living in his like his family house. Okay, and they moved into the family house because they didn't. He was like, okay, my father has a big house. Why should I go and spend money to rent? And then we have children. The children will come, other expenses and all that. Why don't we stay here and gather money together so that we can get a house of our own and build or something like that? So they did that. But what happened was she got a job, and once she got a job, the job came with an apartment. So even though the apartment was smaller than what they had to move to the smaller apartment. Okay, so the man didn't was not proud at all, just like this man you were talking about. Swallowed his pride and they moved to the apartment that was given to the woman. And from there, they gathered small, 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 small. And from there, they built their own house and moved to their own house.
Okay.
So again, every couple is unique. It depends on the understanding that they both have. Okay,
Yeah.
but a lot of times we would wonder, like, okay, what would people say? I'm here in the background. No, you can't say in the background, Lady G. We need your contributions. So it depends on the agreements that the couple have. But most times we won't do that because our culture, the African culture, it takes to us that okay, it's the woman that moves to the man's house. Okay, so we'll say, okay, what will people now say? Okay, that me as a man, so that pride that a man has will be like, okay, why would I move into a woman's house? Okay, and the family as well. Somebody said the family will be afraid to sit down in the house to say, okay, this is not woman's house. So you understand things like that. So it's a very tricky situation. So yes, we know that two becomes one, but we're talking about the reality of the whole situation. The reality of will it actually work in a real life situation? And like you said, remove Toyin from the equation. In a real life situation, between an African, let's use a Nigerian man and a Nigerian woman. If your brother comes and tells you like, okay, I'm moving into my wife's house, so when on the first thought that will come to you, be like, how about waiting happen? You understand? Before you now start rationalizing it and thinking like, okay, it's fine. After all, she's your wife. Two has become one. Okay, I'll just read JJ's comment. She says, if she's a wise woman, she will cover her husband and not bring it to the public eye. Just saying, yes. Now you're talking. So yeah, so if Jessica Hicks, thank you for coming. Thank you so much. Um, so JJ is completely right, and that's what we said before about that story you told us, Richie. So the man and the woman are covering up for each other. So the woman is covering up for the man because the man is not as well to do as the woman. But only the people that are close to them know the real situation. So they cover each other. So the public doesn't have to know, the public doesn't have to interfere. And in a lot of families as well, the woman is most of the breadwinner, paying the rents for the house, paying the school fees for the children, but they don't come out to say it. It's only when you come out to say that
That
people
people will
begin
know.
to talk. Okay, don't forget this woman is a celebrity. Thank you so much, Amaka. Thank you so much. Guys, don't forget to thumbs up the stream as you come in. Thank you so much. Okay, so in real life situations, it's hard because people would always think of what would my family say, what would my friends say, what would the society say. And if it's a celebrity like Toyin is as well, then it comes out big, So are you still there, Richie?
I'm still here, but it's like your picture just froze. I don't know if it's me or
I think it's you. Just continue. I'm fine.
oh, okay. Okay. So again, you know, again, I understand all this. I understand that my brother can come up tomorrow and say, I'm getting married, but I'm moving in with a woman. Mm-hmm. Naturally, me, a talk with Richie, I would like, brother, waiting happen.
Exactly, because it's not a natural thing.
Yes. I would just say, brother, waiting happen, you know. But that question will always be waiting happen. Before I will now use my sense and say, okay, okay, I understand. Even when he didn't explain anything to me, but that first question is what will definitely come up. But
Yeah,
again, I feel that people should be coming down because
yeah,
when they hear things like this, they always bring their own. They say, and all these social media side talks can even influence what will happen in the future. You know why? Because now people are talking about, people are saying what will happen in the future, what if the woman this, what if the woman that, and the man is saying all these things. Tomorrow they have an argument and the woman just said it, which I know that it's not supposed to be right to say something like that, but
yeah,
let's just put it that way, that she just said it. The man will just go straight to what people have already concluded.
yeah. It will say
So
because I moved into your house.
yeah, because I'm in your house, because I'm in your house, you know. So, but for me, every marriage, first of all, the foundation should be God. The foundation should be God. When there is God, no matter what they are saying, it will not affect you. And again, let people learn to keep some things private.
Yeah,
This is just my side opinion, Sha.
yeah,
Let people learn to keep some things private, not everything. If let's remove Tony now, somebody else comes out and say, I'm getting married and my husband is moving in with me, doesn't still make sense. So let's just keep everything, because we have a lot of people doing all these things that
yeah.
yet nobody is coming out to blast them
To
because
talk,
they don't know
yeah,
about it, and the marriage is going smoothly. Everything is fine.
yeah,
Everything is fine. People buy clothes for their partners. Everything their partner wear from head to toe. You will be surprised that a man have not even used his money to buy one boxers for himself for 1 year, 2 years. It's the wife that is buying everything. But if you see him dress outside, you would think he's the one buying it with his money.
yeah.
So let people learn
Yeah,
to
and
be
there've
calming
been
down.
cases whereby people are getting married. People are getting married, like the man and the woman. The woman knows that, okay, this man doesn't have as much. We need to move to
Mm-hmm.
a new house. The woman
Yeah.
would bring out the money to rent a house,
Mm-hmm.
and then they move into the house after marriage, and no one will ever know that it's the woman's
No
handiwork,
one. Mm-mm. No one.
but it's when they come out and start talking, that's when it becomes an issue. I'll
Yes.
just read
Mm.
Deborah's
Yes.
comment. She says, I know of a family that the man refused to live in the house they built up till today because the woman's money was more in the building. Now they live apart. Forget it. People can change at any time. And to that, I'll say the man has pride as well.
Big pride. Big one.
Yeah, the man has pride because and that's an issue with men when their wives are earning more than
They're
them.
insecure.
Insecure, exactly. So they become insecure in a way. So that man is proud, like, okay, because your money is more than mine, therefore I can't move into the house. So why did you not put more money in?
Mm-hmm.
And now because of that same pride, the marriage is no more. So it could be pride from the man himself, it could be pride from the woman in herself. But
Mm-hmm.
it shouldn't really matter because when people get married, like Elia said, and inspiration by married, two become one. And it shouldn't matter what people say, but it's easier said than done, because the reality of things is not always like that.
Yeah, but
Okay.
when you get that reality is when you put it out.
Yeah, when you let
When
people
you put
know.
it out, when you let people know, then you start that thing, as in you start imagining those things when you put
Yeah,
it out. But if it's private, you won't even imagine
no
those
one would
things. You
know.
won't even, you know.
Yeah.
That's just my little contribution.
Thank you so much, Rishi, for coming up. Thunder Scorpion, thank you for coming. So Thunder Scorpion says, what has it said? Greetings, host. Okay, in the chat. I saw a comment from you before. Okay, Joyous Joy first. For a man to have his wife's house, don't make right. For a man to move to his wife's house, don't make sense. Remember, change can happen at any time. So that's Joyous Joyce. Okay, she's saying that it doesn't make sense because the woman can change her attitude at any time, and we know that's true. But as women, we should be able to advise ourselves that the fact that you have more money than your husband shouldn't make you a bad person, shouldn't make you disrespect your husband. But again, it's easier said than done because people can change at any time. Okay, Thunder Scorpion says, no, a man should never move in with a woman. Period. As in, that's it. Thunder Scorpion, if you want to jump on the screen on the link and give us your opinion, why you think it shouldn't be, why you think that's not, it's not a thing that should be done. A man should not move in with a woman. Period. Okay, I think I saw a few more comments. Okay, my comments are jumping now. Okay, Deborah is saying if it really works for them, fine. I don't wish them bad, but the future will definitely tell. Every couple is unique. True talk. Okay, which is true. I'll just read a few more comments. You can change it anytime. Yes, something should remain private. Okay, so that's that on the Scorpion. Um, Healthy living with Deborah. JJ and say, what if the marriage hit the rocks? So the man will want to share the That's not going to happen. If the marriage hit the rocks, the man will go back to his old abode. It's like, but if you want to jump on the link just to tell us your opinion, Thunder Scorpion, you're a man. So if you want to jump on the screen, that will be highly appreciated. Okay, but Thunder Scorpion is saying, period, that shouldn't be happening. Thunder Scorpion, are you from Nigeria? What part, like, where are you from? Because I know that in Europe, our ideas are different. Our ideas evolve to European ideas, and in Africa, it's different. So in Europe, we can easily say, okay, no, it doesn't matter. But in Africa, it's a no, 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 no. Okay, and why do you say that, Thunder Scorpion? What if the marriage is okay? I've read that one. Wellness, thank you. But yeah, thank you all so much for coming. I really do appreciate you. And for those that come on, no, I'm from America. Okay, that's fine. But you have that African, like typical African mindsets, like, okay, this is how it should be, this is how it shouldn't be. Why some other people like me and a few other of the ladies here will be like, it doesn't matter. Some people are saying no, it's a no, 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 no. And some people are saying it's wrong, completely wrong, like yourself. Okay, but thank you so much for coming. But bottom line is, for me, it doesn't matter so long as the couple have an agreement and they're able to cover for each other. And no man should ever move into any woman's house because of the future. Okay, so that's JJNC family. So JJNC is maintaining the same thing. It shouldn't be happening because of the things that can happen in the future. If the marriage is rock bottom in the man's house, should be they share the property. Yeah, so if it's the man, it's different. But when it's a woman, it's different because it's different when it's a woman. Honestly, it is different because the woman will tell you, okay, I had this thing before you came, so they won't be able to. I don't think they will be able to share any property unless they have the properties together. Okay, subconsciously she will not respect you. I mean, you can, but the result will be that you can't claim head of a house. Okay, and that's really important because subconsciously the woman will be like, okay, it's my house. I make the rules. I call the shots. And you as a man, so it might not be that way, but majority of the time that's how it happens because like I said before, it's not natural for the woman to do things like that, but it's natural for the man to say, okay, you move in with me. It's not natural for the woman to say, okay, you move in with me. So subconsciously, because she's got more money than the man, she might not respect him. Okay, and I mean you can, but the result will, he might not be able to claim head of a house. Okay, so which is true, but again, if they have an understanding, then that might work. And I talked about the family coming in as well and saying, okay, it's a woman's house. Let's mind how we sit down. Let's mind what we do in the house because it's not our son's house. You know, things like that. Okay, but again, it's your marriage, your decision. So this guy himself decided to marry this girl anyway. They had an arrangement, they had an agreement, like, okay, when we get married, this is where we want to live because there's no way the woman will leave the lifestyle she's used to, the mansion that she's living in, and come and live with the guy in his little apartment. And some people will say, okay, if you decided that you want to marry this man, you should be able to come down to his level. Okay, so there's two sides of a coin. So you either come down or he comes up to you. Okay, talk with Richie, it's a different ball game, so it's okay. God bless us with wisdom. Okay, but thank you all so much for coming. I really do appreciate every single one of you. If anyone else wants to jump on the screen, please do so that we can hear your opinion on this matter. Okay, but thank you so much. And again, like I said, in my opinion, it really doesn't matter, but the reality of things is different. And we know that people change. People change all the time. Where's the scorpion? People change all the time. I heard a story of a lady, and this lady, can I come up again? Rose, you need to reply someone. Okay, you can come up. Can you not text? Put it. You can come up. It's fine. So this lady, the husband has been providing as usual, providing, protecting, doing all the things that he needs to do for his family. And then something happened. I think the pandemic happened, and he lost his job. He lost his source of income. And then the woman had to step up. And at that time as well, the woman got a job. The woman hadn't been working all this while. The woman got a job, and then she had to step in, you know. And not even 6 months down the line, she started to insult the man, like, look at what your mates are doing. What are you not doing? This, that. So this, no, it's fine. You can come up, Richie. It's okay. It's okay if you want to talk about it so that other people can hear. You know, so in less than 6 months, the woman started insulting the man. Why? Because it's not natural for her to take that position of providing for the family. Okay, so things can change. So at the beginning, we might have good intentions. It's okay. We have good intentions, like, okay, you move into my house. After all, two of us become one. You need to be able to sustain your decision, continue to work on yourself, because a woman can wake up tomorrow and begin to disrespect the man because it's her house. Literally be touched between your balls could literally be touched between between your legs. Okay. But it's the truth. Women will tend to disrespect a man after some time because it's not natural to us. It takes a woman to put herself on that. It's okay, you know what? I want to make this work. I'm going to, like, you know, not succumb to the urge of disrespecting my husband. I will not succumb to the urge of doing this or doing that, or, you know, disrespect my husband in any way. Thunder Scorpio, is it even right to claim head over your wife? Okay, so that's another topic on its own. If it's right to claim head of a house. So even though you're not claiming lordship over your wife, but in a way you are the head because you make the decisions for the family in conjunction with your wife, obviously. But at the end of the day, you are the head. The man is the head. They say the man is the head and the woman is the neck, so they work together. Okay, so the head does not work alone, and the neck cannot work alone either in the context of marriage. So they work together. So yes, you are the head, but I am the neck. So together we make the decisions. Okay, so you don't lord over your wife as in I'm the head, therefore you can't talk or you can't make decisions. But I'm the head because I'm the leader, I'm the protector, I'm the provider of this family. Okay, Pop's lifestyle, thank you so much for coming. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, and talk with Richie. Men always be the head, period. Exactly. Thunder's Coffin said you can't be a man talking about you are protector and provider and she move you in like a roommate. Okay, I agree, host, but I'm worried about the word claim. Claim, or the way he used it in a sentence. Okay, well, I think I understand where he's coming from. You can't say you are the head if you're moving into a woman's house and things like that. So that's how he sees it from a man's perspective. Okay, so that's how it comes across to him as a man's perspective. Like, how can I say I'm the man when I'm moving in with my wife? So for him, it's a no. He won't do that, and he doesn't think a man will do that because subconsciously the woman has it in her head that okay, it's my house, and then might disrespect the woman and disrespect her husband. If women have money, it means that more money in the house. So that's fitness study from a man's perspective. He's saying that if the woman have, I'm sure I saw a comment from him earlier on. I didn't read it. Let me see if I can scroll to the top. Fitness study. Now I'm looking for your comments. Can't find it. But saying that if a woman has money, it means that they have more money in the house. So it really doesn't matter to him whether the man has more money or the woman has more money. Okay, which is good, which is really, really good to have that perspective. Like, okay, whether you're earning more, whether you're the principal earner or I'm the principal earner, it really doesn't matter. So long as we are one, it means that we can pay more bills. It means that we can do more together. Okay, but from Tinder Scorpion's perspective, if it's the woman's house, no moving in. Next, we'll have you in an apron washing dish, and there's nothing wrong with that, Scorpion. There's nothing wrong with a man helping his wife to do that. The only time that the problem comes is when the woman starts bossing the man around and starts disrespecting him in a way like, okay, it's your duty to do that. Otherwise there's nothing wrong with helping at all. There's nothing wrong with helping with the dishes. There's nothing wrong with helping with the kids. There's nothing wrong with that. But the only time it becomes wrong is when the woman begins to boss over her husband and disrespect him, because finally y'all get in an argument. She'll send you because like you are one of the kids. Okay, but the bottom line is, what we're all trying to say is, yes, husband and wife come together and become one. Husband and wife will become one, and then things they might agree on things. But from some people's perspective, it's a no. I don't want to do this because subconsciously, this is how I would feel. I would feel like the woman owns the house, the woman calls the shots, and all that. Some people feel like, okay, it's okay. It's okay for me to move into my wife's house because it means that we are more comfortable. It means that we can save more. It means that we can do other things together. Okay, and for some people, it really it just doesn't matter whether it's your house or it's my house. It doesn't matter. Youngest in Dubai, thank you for coming. Okay, and your opinions would always be appreciated. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So what we're talking about is it wrong for a man to move into his wife's house after marriage? Okay, so the wife has a bigger apartment. The wife has is wealthier than the man. Financially, the man is stronger than the woman, rather, is stronger than the man, you know. And the man has a 3 bedroom apartment while she has a mansion. And once they got married, the man moved into his wife's apartment. And there's been so much on the internet going on about it, like he's going to regret his action. Why would they do that? It's not a man's place to do that and all. Okay, and so that's what we were just trying to analyze today. So they should sell the woman's mansion and move in with man. So that's a decision for them to make. It might be that they are in this house for a while and then eventually buy another house, and that might work for them. Okay, so but whatever works for them, again, it's your marriage, it's your marriage. Comes then, thank you for coming. Whatever works for them. So, like Inspiration by Mary said, the man made the decision himself to move into the house with his wife. So why are people talking? You know, why are people talking? Like, and we said that people are talking because they are looking at it from the other and from another angle. Like, if you move into your house, like Tonga Scorpion said, the next thing she'll be telling you that it's your job to do the cooking, to do the washing, and to do all that, which is not always the case. Okay, just maybe they have a plan of getting the house together, in my opinion, yes. And that's what we said. So they might be in the woman's house for a while, and then maybe 1 year to each their own. Exactly. They might be in the house for 1 year or maybe 6 months, and then decide, like, you know what, let's move into another apartment that will look like we got this apartment together, so that people stop talking. Because, and the truth of the matter is that people would always talk. So whether the man moves in or the woman, so let's assume that the woman moved into the man's apartment, people would say, okay, this woman moved from a mansion and went to live with her husband in a 3 bedroom apartment. Okay, what a shame. Some people will be proud of her for making that decision. Some people would say, how could she do that? You know, so people would always talk. So do what works for you, what is best for you. He moves in with her, it automatically reduces his testosterone levels. Okay, so whatever works for you, okay, is fine. And the reason this story came out, I think, was because the woman is a celebrity and they're both public figures, so to say. That's why this story came out. But for others that they're not celebrities, if you don't talk, nobody will know what's happening in your home. Okay, so whether it's your house or it's not your house, nobody would even know. Okay, so make your family issues private. Let your personal life be private. I beg, we still talk. Exactly, us, exactly. People will talk. People will definitely talk. So do what works for you. And Cobzen just rightly said that, to each their own. Okay, so if we agree as husband and wife, it's okay, you know what, let's do this. Like the story I gave earlier of the woman that said, okay, you know what, let's move into this apartment because I have this apartment so that we can save to building our house. Then that's completely fine. So they have a purpose for doing that. Lady DS, thank you so much for coming. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you all so much for coming. I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much. Okay, so if you have a purpose, if you have a reason for doing that, it's okay, you know what, let's be here for a while and then eventually move to another apartment. That's fine. If you decide that, okay, you know what, my wife's house is bigger, I want to live in my wife's house, that's fine. If you decide to live in the woman's house, in the man's house, that's completely fine as well. Becky's Corner. Thank you for coming. Yeah, no one would know if none of them, if no one voiced it out. Exactly. Thank you for coming, Becky's Corner. Good to see you. People must talk. Thank you so much. Okay, so Becky's Corner is my personal person, my personal friend. And she has a YouTube channel as well. She's been off for how many months, Becky? And just came back. So I'm happy to see her back. You know. Well, thank you so much. Yagas in Dubai, thank you for coming. Becky's Corner, Lady G, Copston, Elias Matters, I Talk with Richie, Lady G. Thank you all so much for coming. Joyous Uzoma, thank you all so much for coming. I appreciate every single one of you for coming today. Thank you so much. I'll just see if I have anything else I've not talked about. Okay, so someone said that I think it was Held in Living with Deborah that said a man refused to move into an apartment they built um because the woman contributed more to the building than a man. He refused to move into the apartment, and now the marriage is no more. Okay, and that is pride. So as men, correct, keep your family issues private. Exactly. So as men, there's no need to be proud if you're in a situation whereby you need your wife's support, then ask for it. If you're in a position where you need your wife to support you, if you need to move into your wife's apartment, or if your wife needs to pay the bills for a certain period of time, then by all means, take it. Don't let your pride come in the way. You say, okay, I'm the man, or what would people say, and then miss out on opportunities. If he's around men, he'll be the one we make go get our drinks, run and grab something from the car, go run to the store and get us a six pack. So, which means that you are not going to respect him either. Chiwe Ozama, thank you so much for coming. Happy New Month to you. Happy Sunday and Happy New Month. Thank you so much. Pride from village people. Exactly. Okay, so that man with his pride has ruined his marriage, okay, because his wife is earning more than him and contributed more to the apartment than he did. Okay, so that to me, that's pride, especially if they are coming together as husband and wife to build a house. What does it matter if I contribute more or less? Okay, so as husband and wife, I guess what we're saying is that we need to work together. We need to do what works for you. Like Cousin said, everyone is own. To every man is own. Okay, but thank you all so much. Uzoma, Elias Matters, um, Cousin, thank you for coming. Thank you all so much. I really do appreciate you so much. Okay, so number way to thank you for coming. We're about rounding up, but thank you so much for coming. How are you? How are you doing? I'm gonna ring you later. Just to have a chat. Let's have a look. Okay, just passing by. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for stopping. I'll ring you after my live stream. Thank you so much. I want to say thank you to everyone that's come to my live stream today, for everyone that came up on my screen. Thank you so much. I really appreciate everyone. Thank you. Don't forget to thumbs up the stream if you haven't already done so. Okay, so like I was saying, people would always talk, whether whatever happens in your family, as long as you bring it out to the public, people would always give their opinions. Okay, but it's important that you do what works for you. Why rounding up? I'm just coming. Yeah, my live stream are from 5 to 6 every Sunday, so you came just when we're rounding up. But you can stay. We'll chat a little bit if you want. But yeah, so your marriage issues, keep them private, keep them to yourself, and nobody will talk. But if you bring them out in the public, people would always talk. And we've just said there's no wrong or right answer. So to some people is no, it's not, it's a no, it's nothing that's going to happen. For some people is yes, it's wrong. And for some people it really doesn't matter whether it's me or it's you that owns the house. Let the house be a beautiful one. The man should wash pants as well as to be grateful. So that's the kind of thing that we're trying to avoid, you know. So and that's why people are saying the man is making a mistake, because a point will come where the woman could say, you know what, after all, it's my house, therefore you go and do the dishes, therefore you go and wash my undies and things like that. That's the reason people are saying it's wrong, you know. But again, it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. As a woman, you respect your husband, and as a man, you respect your wife. Okay, whether you own the house or she owns the house, it really doesn't matter. Respect each other, despite or because tomorrow things could change. It could be that the man is earning less today and tomorrow is earning more. So if you've treated him badly when he's down, it means that when he's up, then you'll be ashamed of yourself. Okay, but it's really important that we do you, like people will say, just do you, do what works for you, have an understanding with your partner, and hopefully everything will work out for you. And don't be ashamed as a man to ask for help. Don't be ashamed as a woman ask for help either. That sounds good, but human nature will prevail. Okay, and that's why I said you need to keep yourself under. You need to constantly tell yourself, like, okay, what am I doing? I need to, because again, it's natural for a woman to say, okay, you know what, after all, I'm the one paying the bills, or just get over big headed because they are the ones paying the bill, or get angry. And I think sometimes it comes with anger, like, okay, I'm the one doing all those things, and you are sitting down there. Sometimes that's what happens, and then they begin to behave the way they do. But it's important that we keep reminding ourselves that, okay, you know what, even though I'm the one that's paying the bills, it's okay, it's okay, it's only for a season. Respecting each other is very important in marriage. Exactly. Respect each other. And again, not because of what you have, but respect me because I'm a man, respect me because I'm a woman. She can't be prideful and be like, my man is handling business. It gets women tingly. Yeah, so it gets, and I was talking about a story not long ago of a lady that, because her husband lost his job, she had to step in, and she took up the responsibility for a couple of months. But at the time, she got, like Thunder's computer said, tingly, and she started talking to the man um anyhow, she started disrespecting the man. No offense, man. It's not like she started on to say, okay, Bonnie, thank you for coming, thank you so much. It's not like she started up to say, okay, I will disrespect my husband. But as time goes on, because she's now burdened with the responsibility that doesn't come natural to her, it happens. But we need to keep ourselves under. If she's paying the bills, then she comes home like a nigger. So thank you all so much. I've totally enjoyed this live stream. Thank you so much. I was off for a couple of weeks, for 3 weeks, because I was unwell. I couldn't even think of YouTube for 3 weeks. Okay, I couldn't think of YouTube. I was seriously ill. And for those that noticed, I was off YouTube, White Street, and checked on me. I appreciate every single one of you. And for those that didn't even notice, thank you so much for coming as well. But I'm happy to be here. Thank you so much. Okay, so this is where we call it a wrap. Thank you all, everyone, for showing up. I appreciate you. So Thunder Scorpion, Bernie, Chinwe Uzoma, Elias Matters, Healthy Living with Deborah. Thank you so much. Cobzen, thank you for stopping by. Joyous Uzoma, Normal Way to JGNC Family, Fitness Study. Thank you all so much. If I haven't called your name, I do apologize. The Talk with Richie, Lady G's channel. Thank you all so much for coming. I appreciate every single one of you. I hope you have Inspiration by Marie. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate every single one of you. African New TV, Lady G, thank you so much. I'm just calling up my chat. Holistic Wellness, that's Deborah. Healthy Living with Deborah. Well, thank you all so much. I appreciate you. Have a beautiful week. Stay well, stay blessed, and keep living your best life. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone. Bye.